The following program is rated TV MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Right. I got two left hooves who want tests. Well, since nobody's stepping to me, take me to your cult leader. Take me to your local drug dealer. Take me to the man in the mirror when you stand and deliver with your hand on the trigger. An emotional terrorist. IMMUNE. Never make my enemy public. I'm a private dancer, dancing for money. Do that thing that's funny. I'll make you wanna laugh. I'll make you wanna move. I'll make you wanna do. Do that thing that's funny. I'll make you wanna laugh. I'll make you wanna move. I'll make you wanna.
Oh, look at this. All three of us are here.
Right at the fucking buzzer, baby. Let's go.
What? Drink that. Drink that.
Oh, is that
Steve Weiser.
Is that the Broken Skull IPA?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monkey Radio. I am Tony. That's Brandon and Malik. We are here, the three of us. How you guys doing this week?
Made it by a cunt hair.
See hair, please. Come on.
Sorry. This is a family show. I forgot.
Please. I mean, come on, guys. Jeez.
It's a fucking family show, bro.
God damn it. What the fuck?
Well, there goes our YouTube monetization.
Yeah, it's like the first 15 minutes, right? You can't curse on YouTube.
I think it's like even shorter than that. I think it's like the first 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes, maybe.
Fuck YouTube. Anyway.
Fuck you, YouTube.
We got a lot to talk about this week, boys. So starting with the Elimination Chamber. Now, on Saturday, there was not only the Elimination Chamber, but there was also Battle in the Valley for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and we'll get to that later. But first, we're going to start Elimination Chamber. And we'll start with how the show started. And, of course, the Women's Chamber, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just go around the horn here. We'll start Malik. Malik, what'd you think of the first match?
I thought the first match was good. I feel like this chamber match makes up for. I feel that the last two women's chamber matches make up for the disaster that they had in 2020, which I'm suspecting, along with the retirement of Liger, the reason why we had COVID. So, because those things were such disasters.
Jushin Liger was the thread that held the whole world together.
Yes, he was.
The legendary asshole of Jushin Thunder Liger.
But back on track, I thought it was a good match. I knew Asuka was going to win.
It was very obvious, yeah.
The show to me was very predictable, but overall it was a good match. I was really surprised that it was her and Carmella in the end, to be honest.
I wasn't. In fact, I almost thought Carmella was going to win, but then I was like, nah, Asuka seems the more obvious choice because considering she was on Raw with Bianca as a team at some point. Yes, he does have a legendary asshole. Jushin Liger's tushy. There was only a few matches, if I'm not mistaken, right? There was
4 matches in total. That's all we needed.
Yeah. And of course we saw the Grit couple take on Judgment Day. And I thought that shit was going to be put to bed, but boy was I wrong on Monday Night Raw.
I'm sorry, 5 matches, my bad. How did I forget that match?
Which one? Brock versus Lashley?
No, just said the Grit couple up against Judgment Day.
Oh, you forgot that match completely.
Yeah.
You know why, Malik? Because it was a very forgettable match.
Here we go. If you're going to take time to shit on Edge.
Yes.
Sing it with me, guys.
The overrated R superstar?
No, you got to sing it with me. This is the feud that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Edge, first off, I'm going to say this about Edge. He needs to stop cutting his hair. He looks like a stupid ass with his short hair. I know that's like a small thing, and that's just me nitpicking at this point.
That's really like his hair.
This
stupid.
isn't nitpicking. This is edge hate from 2020.
What edge hate from 2020? I don't have edge hate. I just honest about edge. Edge is overrated.
I don't know. You're starting to sound like a Greco. Because you're all in the same.
It's not edge hate from 2020. It's edge hate from 2008.
It's edge hate from 1998. What are you talking about?
What?
I don't like this guy from the day
For
he walked in.
25 years.
Yeah, when he was sitting on the stupid stage, I said, "What is this moron doing? Who is this guy?" First off, I even said it back then. I said he's way too pretty to be a homeless guy. So when they were doing that whole homeless, you think you know me? You think you know me?
You got homeless from that?
I got a homeless, weird Canadian dude. I didn't understand it at all.
I got rave guy when he first debuted.
Rave guy?
He's the guy who goes to raves, yeah. And may or may not sell you drugs and like
It was a couple of glow sticks away, maybe. But I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. Then he joined the Brood. I was like, oh, okay, so he's like a goth guy. And then that shit to bed because Gangrel wasn't, in 1999, who was really believing in vampires?
Stupid people.
Exactly.
Anybody that sat there watching Blade.
Chris Reyes.
shout out to the god.
Shout out to one of our friends of the podcast.
That's fucked up, yo.
Yeah, yo.
I got moves.
I want to change
my moves.
I want to change my move.
To what? I don't know. I'm a vampire. Give me a burger rare. Like Brandon always brings this up. We're not imitating Chris Reyes. We're imitating Stan Styles imitating Chris Reyes. That's where we got it.
That's funny. So you mean to tell me you didn't like the match at all?
Which one? The Great Couple versus Judgment Day?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I like the fact that they got a little tag team finish, the Shatter Machine. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't think it was a
Rhea Ripley had a great showing in the match.
Yeah, and I think Rhea Ripley is basically like a believable challenger for Charlotte Flair.
She's a star.
Yeah, I believe that.
I do fear that they might not have her win at WrestleMania, but they should.
I mean,
she'll get her moment eventually. If it's not
know.
this year, it's
because wasn't like Charlotte Flair like taking an extended break, and I think she's gonna start going on that Roman Reigns schedule.
She's earned it if she does.
No, I think so. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying I think she's getting to a point now where she doesn't have to like be there every week. There's enough viable female talent there that's believable.
Okay. So right now, I'm gonna ask both of you if you pick 5 women since you're saying that. So I just want to see what 5 you're choosing.
Pick 5 women right now that could carry if Charlotte's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Asuka. I'd give Asuka.
Absolutely.
I apologize if you hear my nephew crying upstairs. Okay, so that's 3. Hold on, give me a second here. I'll get to it. I'll get there. Just give me a second.
Tony can only name 3 women wrestlers.
No, I can name a bunch. I can name a bunch more, but what he means is like actual ones that are worth a damn. That I'd be like, okay, I could watch these guys or girls. I'm sorry, or ladies or them. I don't fucking know what their pronouns are. I think I can only name 3. Just them 3.
So you don't include Bailey. You don't include Raquel Rodriguez.
You know what? I would put her up there.
Becky Lynch.
Raquel. I would put Raquel. I'm kind of over Becky Lynch. That whole man gimmick shit is like, all right, we're over. What really did it for me was that dumb WrestleMania commercial.
The Batman.
That was it. It just did me in. It was like a fucking nail in the coffin. It's like, enough, Becky. All right, you're not the fucking man. Shut up.
You're not Batman, too.
But at least Rollins really is the Joker.
No, I got that, and I think that if Becky wasn't in it, it would have been a cool promo for WrestleMania. Like if he would have then gotten the car when all the city was burning down, because like it's a part of his song, "Burn It Down," and then like they show like WrestleMania or some shit. Then I'm like, that's a cool ass commercial. Mm-hmm. Like you could have done something else with Becky Lynch. It didn't. That would made. I mean, listen. Now we're just like
we're getting into
nickel and diamond here because now we're getting into fucking vignettes for WrestleMania. So let's not go that crazy.
Yeah, let's try and stay.
I would put Raquel Rodriguez on that list for sure. Okay. Listen, Becky. Becky's a great promo. I'll say that.
All right. Becky, what about Bailey?
Bailey's not bad, but I don't think Bailey's as good as she used to be. Too many injuries, maybe, or just not.
All right, so I'll throw a wild card at you.
Who?
That they keep revamping too often.
Lacey Evans?
You know it.
I think she's got talent in the ring, but because they've now sent this poor girl to the well so many times, it's like, all right, let's try again. It's like they didn't give her enough time to develop anything. I didn't mind the Southern Belle, but I knew it was a dead end gimmick. You can't do anything. It's like a time capsule gimmick. So what are you gonna do with that? So I knew you had to bring her out of that, and I was fine with the whole military shit. But they've now revamped it so many times. It's like, what is she now? Like, you don't get
I feel like if they just let her be herself, maybe there's something there.
That's what I think.
We don't know that though.
Because that's kind of like, I see what they did to Lacey Evans with kind of what they did to Roman, where they kind of forced him as a babyface and they forced him to say dumb things like sucker and succotash and like buried him for fucking years when he said that shit. But I think if they would just let her kind of, because she's good in the ring, she's not bad in the ring. So I would give her, I would say she could have a shot.
Okay.
And even that one that's on NXT, the champion. Roxanne Perez. I know she's small, but she seems like a lucha style, like a Rey Mysterio style female that actually isn't bad at doing those style moves. Like, because Liv Morgan sucks. I don't care what anybody says.
That means you've been watching NXT?
No, I saw her because she was on Royal Rumble, and then she was on like Raw the next night. Yeah, so I saw her those nights. I don't watch fucking NXT. What are you nuts? You know what the funny thing is?
I more than watching AEW.
I guarantee you I would, only because I like Braun Breaker because he sounds just like his father, and I like Rick Steiner. He just has to. He doesn't bark. I would just wait for him to go. Hoo, 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 hoo. You don't like me? Bite me. Hoo, hoo.
He sounds more like. I think he sounds more like his uncle than his father.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Yeah.
Really
Does.
does.
If he starts telling, "I got your hookup," and he comes out.
If he dyes his hair blonde and then does the black soul patch.
Comes out with a fucking.
I really hope they don't do that.
Basically, walks out with a stripper and then just, but bench presses things and comes out for some reason with a chainmail headdress. I'm in on Braun Breaker. Right now, I just don't get it. I think he's just, but I think he's a very good wrestler. I've seen some of his matches. I've seen some of his stuff on like YouTube and shit.
Focus.
But I like on NXT right now, they have like a crop of talent, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Well, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. What'd you think?
Short what it needed to be, not the finish I was expecting. I didn't even expect. I thought like we were getting the Hurt Business, or at least some shades of it to be initiated, and we're still not there yet.
Yeah, it seems like they're setting up for something. Is it good? You think it's gonna be Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley versus the Hurt Business?
No, but then how does Bray Wyatt come into the mix where he's like, I'm watching the match, and whoever wins, this is what he said on SmackDown. Whoever wins, I'll be waiting for you or looking for you, or whatever the case was.
Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
I gotta watch SmackDown more. I don't watch SmackDown enough, or at least pay attention when Bray Wyatt's talking anymore. He kind of lost me.
When did he lose you? Week 1 or week 2? I don't know.
No, he had me when he first came back. So when he had all those guys in the crowd, I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." And then
because that was cool. And then afterwards, you're like,
Then he comes back and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm so happy to be back." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this? What is this?" I didn't get it. So I'm just like, all right, here we go again with you. Speaking like he's starting to remind me of Baron Corbin. They keep going to the well, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin sucks too.
He's a lot better than Baron Corbin.
I don't think.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
You think he's a lot better than Bray Wyatt?
Character-wise, absolutely.
Talent-wise, I don't think so.
The end.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think because he has a character. Baron Corbin doesn't have good personality, but I think in terms of like in-ring ability, I would rather have Baron Corbin.
Love of God, just fucking put Joe Gacy up on the main roster. So
that's a guy I saw a thing on Instagram with him, his group, and The Rock's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's like a thing, and that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
So he's basically doing a Bray Wyatt gimmick better than Bray Wyatt.
I wouldn't call it better.
I wouldn't say that per se.
Because that first
There
one
shades of the gimmick.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's all the same.
Okay.
But basically, he has his own version.
Is he like a preacher type shit? Because that's kind of the vibe I got from it. Like he's got followers and he's a preacher.
It's a little bit.
And like people follow
it's
him.
cult adjacent.
Yes, yeah.
All right. All right. What else would happen? What else happened? Then you have the Elimination Chamber men's match, which I thought was fucking very good.
Yeah.
There were some moves there that I was like,
I think.
here's the thing. I was a little upset. I wish it was on DraftKings because I literally predicted that entire match. Elimination even by spot. Like when Montez, like, and I honestly, like I said to our producer before we went live, the Elimination Chamber was basically a glimpse into what the WWE's future is going to be.
Montez Ford,
Austin Theory, Damian Priest, and who the Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is and Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth Rollins is the now. But those guys,
no love for Gargano.
I like Gargano. I like Gargano. I do. I like Gargano. But he's very small. He's very small. And if there is any volition to what Brandon said in the chat today, that might be a problem for him.
Yeah.
But that's why I didn't say his name. But
goddamn, we'll wait for that.
His spot that he did in the chamber with the Rana off the pod, that was very impressive. Like I said, he was very good. They were all very good. Like I said, and when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is what you're seeing of the future right here. This is basically what they're setting up for. Just to show you what's to come with these guys.
I think it was basically just kind of like the litmus test for a lot of those guys. It was a litmus test for Bronson Reed. It was a litmus test for Montez Ford. It was a litmus test for Austin Theory, and all those guys passed with flying colors. The spot Montez Ford did off the top of the chamber,
which I called, by the way, he was climbing the thing, and I said, well, he can only do two things. He can spring off the wall, but I said, this guy has insane athleticism. I have a feeling he'll just climb all the way up and hang and then just drop on the people. And that's exactly what he did. Then, when he got hurt, I said to everyone, actually, before this even happened, I said, I have a sneaky suspicion Logan Paul's going to interfere. It's like, I don't know why. I just have a sneaky suspicion. Then, he's on the floor, not hurt. I was like, he didn't really get hurt. They wouldn't have showed the move twice had he got injured, had a serious injury. I was like, so he's buying time for something. I was like, maybe a misdirect. And just as I say that, in comes Logan Paul. And I'm like, oh, there it is. And I literally, one by one, I said, this guy will get eliminated first because he's really the new guy. Then this guy will go. Then this guy will go. It'll come down to Austin Theory and Seth Rollins because that's really where it's at right now in terms of the feud. Which obviously, when we get to talk about Raw briefly, because they basically set up their road to WrestleMania on Monday. It was very obvious what they set up for. But I would give the men's elimination chamber match like an A+ because that was good. It was a very good match. I was impressed with that. Like I said, like the ending with Logan Paul is set up. You already knew that Seth Rollins was going to fight him in WrestleMania, but that was like the nail in the coffin. Now you know for sure. But then the main event happened, and man, that was a good match, dude.
It was simple. It was a simple match. Like they didn't do anything like crazy. Like again,
the crowd was just into it and hot for it.
Yeah.
They didn't even touch for like a whole 5 minutes. No lockup, no nothing, just circling each other.
And when they finally did touch, it was simple shit, just like headlock.
It was very good. I mean, I don't listen. I've always been against kind of the champion that doesn't wrestle on until pay-per-views. I think it's kind of stupid, but now I Roman Reigns, man, he's got that big fight feel. Like even like before matches, you're like, oh man, this feels like a main event.
It just it's like you said, it feels like a big deal when he shows up on these things and when he's going to actually wrestle.
Yeah,
and match wouldn't be a big deal if he was on like every single pay-per-view.
Dare I say that match was 5 stars?
I mean,
my name is Tony Meltzer.
I don't know what the Meltz dog gave it, but
welcome to the Sports Entertainment Reporter.
I don't think he gave it anything since allegedly he didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, he's a stupid.
Oh, that's right, because he was at Battle in the Valley.
Correct.
We'll get to that in a second. You want to talk about Snooze Fest 2023? Anyway, I never seen a complete transition from one show to another. That was insane. I had both TVs playing 2 different events. Let me tell you something. You can knock fucking sports entertainment all you want, but I'll take that shit every fucking time over pro wrestling. Sorry to disappoint you. But back to Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. That was a very good match. The ending was awesome. It wasn't the ending I was expecting. I was expecting Jey Uso to kind of turn on Sami so that they would set up for the tag match. I didn't expect him to not do anything.
I just want to know where he went.
Yeah, because he got muffed out of the ring and disappeared. I was like, "Would you come to the ring for then, pussy?"
It's like, all right, I got speared. You'll never see me again.
I know, it's crazy. But anyway, I like the event overall. Monday Night Raws, we'll just go over that real quick because Monday Night Raw wasn't that great. We'll just do that. Did you watch Raw?
Quick, yes, quick. I watched half of it. Quick question: which was better, the Rumble or Elimination Chamber?
Honestly, I would say Elimination Chamber. I had more enjoyment out of that.
Yeah.
I said it was going to be a better show.
Yeah. No, I got much more enjoyment out of that show than I did the Rumble for sure.
Yeah.
But Raw, obviously, you saw Sami Zayn's promo where he called out Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens was like, "I'll never help you. I'm on my own because I'm gonna fight the Bloodline until I'm dead because it's fight Owens fight. Now screw you, Sami Zayn."
Why is he Bret Hart?
Why is he Bret Hart?
That's just my Canadian voice.
Your Canadian voice default is Bret Hart.
My Canadians it's just Bret. Yeah. My name is Sami Zayn, and I will not help you ever again. I swear. So that's basically what happens. Sammy gets left high and dry by Kevin Owens. The sob story, but we all know what's going to happen
for now.
Yeah,
for now.
Then
what if they get together, right, and things don't go to plan, and it's because Kevin Owens is too damn selfish. That's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
That's why I kicked your leg out of your leg, you son of a bitch. Then it was obvious. They announced John Cena comes back on Monday Night Raw on March 6th or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, I think they're from Boston, I think.
And Austin Theory was like, "Who cares about Jones? I'm Austin Theory. I'm the now." So clearly, what's setting up there. Austin Theory versus John Cena at WrestleMania. Then they had a little interview segment with Rhea Ripley where she was basically like, "I'm coming to SmackDown, and me and Charlotte are gonna have a little face-to-face finally. I'm coming for that belt." Then Dominic Mysterio, my new favorite heel, was like, "I'm going to go visit my dad." So, that's setting up for that match at WrestleMania, right? Yeah. Again, Miz fights Seth Rollins because of Logan Paul. So clearly Logan Paul and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, right? Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman have a great promo. Did you watch that?
Yes, I watched that.
That was a great promo. Well, Paul Heyman was like, "I could tell you that Roman Reigns will take your wife in on a warm night. But Roman Reigns is a happily married man, but I'm not."
Wow.
And then next thing you know, Brandy comes out and she starts calling Paul Heyman a heifer.
That's all we need. That's all we need right now. Some people jokingly are clamoring for it.
Oh, that's going to happen at some point.
Oh, she's definitely going to smack him.
Who told you tonight was open mic night, bitch? That's all we need. That's all we need. The same interaction now with Jade Cargill. That's it.
I firmly believe Brandy Rhodes was really the downfall of Cody Rhodes in AEW.
I don't know what was worse, that promo or with Dan Lambert, her saying, you may have a black belt, but I'm a black bitch. It still stuck with me. She said that on TV. I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
I don't think that's like too egregious of a statement. I think there was also several other factors that led to oversaturation of Cody Rhodes in AEW.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just listen.
Plus
was
the
great
fact
promo.
that he said he defeated racism by having a mixed race child. Not explicitly, but heavily implied that he
fucking hell.
America. That can't be. That I actually think we were joking. That was real. He said that.
It was definitely heavily implied. He ever just said, "I, Cody Rhodes, ended racism in America." No.
Keep in mind, Brandon's the one who's saying this, not me. He's saying Cody came out. So what do you guys want to talk about? And then that's the cat. He's keeping that catchphrase forever.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway.
Can't wait to buy that T-shirt. Just plain lettering.
So Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Cody's very fired up because of what Paul Heyman said. Basically, Paul Heyman said that Roman Reigns is going to embarrass Cody Rhodes so badly that Brandy is going to fuck Paul Heyman. That's basically what Paul Heyman said. Paul Heyman said that Roman is going to hump you into submission so badly that your woman is going to take solace in my arms because Roman is happily married. Basically, Roman is going to pass your wife on to me because your wife is beneath Roman. But she's not beneath me until after WrestleMania she will be. Get what I'm saying? Little innuendos. Anyway, So
I have a feeling this is how like most of this feud is going to pay out. Like, I don't think you're going to get to see Roman and Cody face to face until.
No, I think it wasn't like Cody's still kind of hurt. He's still nursing that torn pec.
I mean,
like,
I'm sure he's as close to physically 100% as he is. It's a question of ring speed. Is he up to like how much ring work has he really been doing?
What say you, Malik? What do you think about this feud?
I do find it interesting that we're going to be like at least a month away and they still haven't confronted each other face to face. So I'm just, I feel that all the promos and the build-up are great. I just think that they need to, what?
Oh, shit.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't say that.
I'm
Brandy
not
said
even gonna read
Greatest
it.
comment ever.
Yeah, apparently Brandy has a quote from Brandy.
Yeah.
So you don't think Cody's going to show up on SmackDown at some point?
I mean, I think he has to. I do think that it's interesting because I think a couple of years back, once Cody left, they kind of had some Twitter beef. So to me, the story becomes a little bit more interesting if they ever decide to opt in to go on that, which there's no need to because Roman no longer wrestles in a fucking vest or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Cody used to say he had a pot belly. He was just throwing shit at him. So I just thought that was funny.
It's going to be interesting. I'm enjoying the Road WrestleMania. I like the matches. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. That they set that up too. She came out after Asuka beat Nikki Cross, which I'm happy they made her crazy again. And then she spit up some both of them, and then Asuka spit on her chin, like blue, like Kool-Aid or whatever the fuck it was. It looked like she drank a blue slushy and then like threw it all up.
She was packing it like a wad of chew.
Yeah, and just like, or somebody just put the slushy gel in her mouth before they put it on the ice. They just like,
I was like kind of way of you saying it as opposed to she blew a Smurf. But anyway,
she blew a Smurf. That's actually a funnier idea.
That joke's been done to death.
Yeah. Or maybe we could say because of the new Wakanda Forever, she blew one of those
underwater
people.
Tolokans.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah. So she might not know. But anyway, she spat up this blue blood, and Bianca Belair was like all of a sudden like, hold on a second, bitch. What did you just do?
I turned her into Rosie Perez from White Men Can't Jump.
She's like, what the fuck did this bitch just do? She was very freaked out by it. If you didn't see it, it was impressive. They basically set up everything on Monday.
Let's just state the obvious. This is very clearly they're using Asuka to further put over Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing though. I'll be honest. I'm over her being the champion.
Bianca Belair?
Yes.
Why?
Somebody else has to be the champion.
She's plateaued. She's plateaued. I feel like she's definitely plateaued.
I think it's time for her. Like she's kind of rode the baby face as far as she can.
Yeah, I feel like her and Montez have the ability to both turn heel at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's time to turn her heel.
Especially since they're getting their own reality show. So
I think you want to keep her as a can't put people over because you can't cut good promos with Asuka because you're just going to get Japanese gibberish.
Like it's going to be a whole year that she's going to be champion, which I don't even know if anybody's noticed that.
Oh my God, it has been.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ, Bianca.
I think that's also probably a reason why you might make.
I mean, but if we're going to complain, make sure you keep that same energy toward Jade Cargill being a TBS champion.
Oh, listen, we'll trash AEW before this show goes off the air.
He said that proudly, y'all.
Yeah, trust me. I gave it a shot again last Wednesday, and let me tell you something. I'd rather jump off a roof and land onto a bicycle with no fucking seat ass first.
Damn.
Because it's terrible. But anyway.
Yikes.
Anyway, let's move. Speaking of just mind-numbing wrestling. That show ends. Like I said, we just went through Raw, but Elimination Chamber ends, and I continue to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley. And I'm going to say this. My biggest takeaway from this whole thing is that black dude looks, just like John Cena still. It is fucking scary. It is like someone put John Cena in a fucking tanning bed and put extra.
You're referring to
he looks
Fred,
just like John Cena.
Fred Rosser, a.k.a. Darren Young.
Yes.
Black John Cena, as they used to call him.
Dude, he picks this guy up and like shakes his hand after whatever the fuck it was. And I was just like, yo, it was uncanny how much like John Cena this guy looks. That's scary. Like I was just like, yo, if somebody didn't know any better, you would try to cancel John Cena because you would assume he's doing blackface. Like it was like if somebody stupid. I'm not saying somebody stupid would be like, is that John Cena doing? That's really fucking insensitive. If they didn't know any better. I'm just saying.
Yo.
But that being said,
Tony clearly was not a fan of Battle of the Valley. I didn't get to watch the show in its entirety since I was still watching Elimination Chamber because their show started at like 10 o'clock.
It started at literally like 10:40. Like Roman and Sami Zayn was just starting, and then that event just started. So
yeah, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. And then like it went till like 2:30 in the morning.
Yes.
At least East Coast time. I know it was on the West Coast, obviously, but East Coast time went till like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And obviously, Kato won against.
That would be Kazuchika?
Takatsuki Tanahashi.
Hiroshi Tanahashi?
I don't know none of these people.
Tony's going to cause Pearl Harbor too.
And then Kari Sane taked on Money. And
I was going to see if we could get that video.
She beat. She was when she came out in her outfit, I was like, "What the fuck is she like? What is this dumb shit?" Then I found out that she was paying tribute to the girl who was killed herself from being cyberbullied.
Hana Kimura.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know that because I don't watch Japanese wrestling, not because I didn't care. Although I guess it does mean I don't care because I don't care about Japanese wrestling. So I didn't know who the fuck that girl was. I didn't know who the fuck she was. I said, "Who the fuck? What is he doing? What is this garbage?" Then I realized, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand paying tribute. But anyway, she won the stupid belt. It's like, okay, now what, dummy? You're going to put New Japan on the map like you said? You're so stupid. She is so dumb.
And from what she said is that technically she's a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think she's going to show up on this fucking dumb show on Wednesday?
It's weird.
I don't know about tonight.
Okay, I don't know about tonight, but I think at some point she's going to show up with the belt and she's going to challenge the dummy that's undefeated.
Okay, so I find it strange. Maybe I'm just reading into this too much. WWE usually, when a talent leaves their company, they'll go on Spotify or whatever streaming music app there is, and they'll snatch down whatever wrestler's theme song there is. I find it very interesting that all of Sasha Banks' theme songs that she's had over there in WWE are still up there and listed. I just think that's a little weird.
Do you think she's going to show up back on WWE?
No, not anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think she's.
I feel like this is her little excursion for a bit, and then.
Yeah, because isn't she making more money than that? Okada. Isn't she making more money than him?
Probably in base salary. I don't think. Like, you got to figure Okada probably whatever he doesn't earn as like a base level salary, he makes up for.
And how dare fucking the internet talk shit about WWE? The same matches. Don't these two guys fight each other like every 3 months?
Okay. So to be fair, they may face each other at least once every year.
That's Jesus Christ.
I think you can attest to that, Brandon. Because
yes,
if you want to,
there was that period of time when Okada was on the come up and Tanahashi was the guy where like that was the mountain Okada was trying to climb, beating Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom.
I do believe they had this match at some point last year. Other than that, I get what you're saying. I think I think maybe twice because
they're usually perennial G1 guys too.
I think what it mostly comes down to is the fact that people are tired of seeing Okada as the man of the company, but Cena was that guy.
Yeah,
and especially in New Japan.
Austin was that guy. Hogan was that guy. Flair was to the NWA. Like, it is what
Roman,
it is.
Roman is now.
Roman is now.
Yeah.
So I get it. And I like when that match came on, I was like, oh, okay. And I just I was at work. I was like, all right, let me watch something else because I know how this story is going to end.
Yeah, that Coach Curicado, still champion. #1. And then what else happened on that dumb show?
Jay White was defeated by Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston. Now, what was that feud? What was that feud about? Because the loser leaves.
Okay, so their whole feud started in New York when they had
I disagree with
their
that
show
comment.
a few months. What?
There's a comment that says Roman definitely not as mainstream as Cena or Austin and Hogan. I think he is. I don't think so.
That's tough.
That's a tough match. I mean, he's certainly
because I see him
certainly on that
shows.
road to be that.
Yeah, and I think he's going to become an actor. I think he's going to become like The Rock.
I feel like, to be honest,
I think WWE wrestlers now, their road goes like what Roman's doing, and then into acting. They just become actors.
I think if you discuss wrestling today, and they'll be like, "Oh, what new wrestler you know?" and you say that to a female, that guy with the long hair.
Joe Anoa'i is in Fast and Furious 11.
Exactly.
You really got me.
In a
but
world.
I don't know if everybody's going to jump up and just say Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
To be in the same wrestling wise, okay. Worldwide to everybody to the degree of where they are today, where you just be like Hogan, Austin, just the names get rolled off the tongue. I can't say that for Roman Reigns, being honest.
Wow. So you think eventually Roman Reigns will just get forgotten?
Not forgotten, but
Well, I think to maybe a generation of kids like that are growing up that were the same age we were.
He won't get forgotten unless he gets cast in Aqualad. Joe Anoa'i is Aqualad, and he's Aquaman's son.
Fucking terrible.
In a world.
Anyway, the whole feud with Jay White started in New York. And obviously he had his loser leaves Japan match up against Hikuleo. What was that? One of the sons of Haku, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's
Then it was just supposed to be a regular one-on-one match. But they threw a stipulation. Hey, if you lose, you can no longer wrestle for New Japan. And then the other way is if Kingston lost,
he would
have to ask permission to wrestle there. And I thought the match was decent at certain points, but towards the end, I was like, I don't like this. He hit him with 3 back fists, his finishing move. He kicked out, and I was like, I get it. That's how they work in Japan. However, the match took place in the United States.
Tony's personally setting us back with the Asian market.
Seriously.
The spirit meter.
And then, I don't know. He fist bumped him. He hugged him. Hit him with his move. 1, 2, 3. Jay White obviously getting a standing ovation. He's about to cut a promo, and he gets smoked in the face with a shillelagh by Fit Finley's son.
That's what that was?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why he had the shillelagh.
So
what was his name? John Finley?
David Finley.
I was close.
So
generic white guy name.
So some people are under the impression they're like, what now? Is he going to lead Bullet Club? And I was like, I don't think so.
What did he say? I sucked you in the face, you see.
He grew up in America. He
doesn't have an accent like his dad? Oh, I am shocked.
This guy's born in America.
Oh, boo. I thought he was, I sucked you in the head, you know.
Fit Finley hasn't lived in Ireland since the 1980s. The Troubles were still going on.
The Trouble.
The fuck IRA bombings were still regularly happening.
Huh.
So he was just basically like, fuck your era, fuck New Japan, fuck where are they at?
I guess
he was just like, fuck everything. That was his whole promo because
I guess Lemon Square when she grows up. What the fuck did they name Becky and Seth? What did they name that kid? Was it Rue?
Lemon Square?
I don't know what the fuck it was. I know it was something after food. Rue. You make a fucking Rue.
Yeah, like
he said Lemon Square.
I don't know what the fuck. You know, people name their kids dumb shit now.
They're very fans of
Lemon Square though.
I mean, what the fuck did Miz and Maurice name their kid?
There's someone.
Sky?
What was it?
Monroe Sky.
Monroe Sky. You know, it's a wrestler by the name of Velvet Sky, wasn't there?
Yes,
They doom that girl to be a whore.
That was That was Bubba Ray's fiance at one point.
Moreau Sky is definitely gonna blow somebody in Beverly Hills High.
For fuck's sake!
You're talking about a child.
I'm not saying a child. I'm saying when she's old enough, when she's a fucking teenager in high school. Just think about that. The Miz is gonna have to The Miz is gonna have to deal with that. The Miz is gonna have to deal with a steady stream of cocks coming at his daughter when she gets to high school. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for him. Oh God, thank God. And same thing with fucking Seth, with Rue, with Mulan Rue.
Can we please? So where do we think Jay White's gonna end up?
All right, so here's the thing. The rumor mill was that WWE has him on their radar, but then it's also being said that there's supposed to be a bigger free agent than that. There was also rumor. Hell, I don't know. There was also a rumor
FTR?
that their contract doesn't expire until April.
It
was also said that Kenny Omega's contract
is up in May.
So that could be the big free agent. There was also a rumor that they may want Kota Ibushi. I say that rumors because there's no truth to it. We don't fucking know. Yeah. And Ibushi said if WWE were to sign him, he would want to train his students at the Performance Center. I said, I don't know how that's going to work, seeing as how, they already have a whole coaching staff and everything set up. Unless that's like a side thing he's going to do. I don't know.
You go to the Ibushi Academy within the Performance Center.
Yeah. Presented by the Performance Center. Train with Kota Ibushi at the Performance
Center. But if Jay White goes to
WWE, do you think he goes to NXT or does he go straight to the main roster?
No, you have to put him on the main roster. You have
He goes to the main roster. If he goes to AEW, he definitely goes to Dark Elevation.
Come on now.
Well, it's because the AEW has 700 wrestlers on the thing that they employ.
Well, I mean, so does WWE.
All right, fine. I'm being unreasonable.
Dark.
He goes to Rampage.
You think so? Rampage. Well, that's what CM Punk started out on Rampage.
But that was to also get ratings.
That was also to launch Rampage. It was like on the fourth. It was like on the second Rampage ever.
Certain episodes were live.
Mm-hmm.
As time went on, they can't even beat NXT.
Yeah, no,
because the show airs Friday night at 10:00.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, people are out drinking.
Which reminds me, thank you for telling me to take it off my DVR.
No. Why, you don't want to watch Jade Cargill defend the belt against Sky Blue?
I would watch it.
Or maybe you don't want to see Evil Uno take on John Stevenson.
He's taking on John Moxley tonight, by the way.
John Moxley, Evil Uno. This is where they are. Evil Uno's fighting.
If Moxley wins tonight, Moxley could become the first male competitor to win 100 matches.
Jesus. This company has a ranking system. That means nothing.
I fucking hate that company so much.
We gave Samoa Joe a cool moniker as the king of television, only to take a title from him, just so that way if a guy could win in his fucking home state, to only hold it for 3 goddamn weeks, only to lose later. What's the point of that?
Who's he going to lose?
He scalped the man because Samoa Joe apparently, they said he scalped Wardlow. I know I'm going over the top. But he cut Wardlow's hair because he knew about the bond between Wardlow and his father that had cancer. Like, the storylines?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes. That's the story. That's the story.
Roll that back just 1 second for me, please.
Go ahead.
Samoa Joe cut Wardlow's hair because Wardlow's dad had cancer.
And he was growing it out.
He grew out his hair and his beard, obviously, to feel some sort of bond with his dad, since his dad obviously wound up with cancer and was losing his hair. So that is something that they had that tied in, because JR did a sit-down interview, or rather he just asked Wardlow a question, and Wardlow just kept speaking because they don't do.
Why couldn't Samoa Joe just talk shit about his dad and be like, "Yo, listen, my dad's going through something, and you need to keep my dad's name out of your mouth"? That kind of like stuff. Why is it like?
I think his dad is actually gone now, though. So
yeah, that's why he was off TV for that long.
But he could have said, "Where were you, little boy? You did your daddy's little boy. Go with your daddy."
Joe could definitely do that.
That's what I'm saying. And then he would have gotten real mad instead of going, "I cut your hair because your dad had cancer." That's so dumb. That's very fucking stupid. And I remember watching last Wednesday. He was cutting up. He was doing an interview with Tony Schiavone, and he had short hair. I was like, "Oh, what happened to fucking Warlow's hair?" And then I was watching Samoa Joe shave his head, and I'm like, "Oh, it's one of those." But Samoa Joe don't have long hair, does he? So it's like, what the fuck? You're not gonna have I'm gonna cut your hair now. What is it for? It's so dumb.
It's like he let him get close to him because they were that team.
It's so stupid. It is so dumb and stupid. It's just, you know what it is? It reminds me of WCW when they were
he basically confided in Joe and Joe betrayed him.
Yeah.
Betrayed his trust.
It reminds me of WCW in the sense of when you would go to when they would tell the story of I would go to people and be like, "What am I doing today?" And you'd be like, "I don't know," and then you would just go out and do what you want. That's what reminds me.
That's how Jericho got over in WCW.
Exactly. It's like, fuck, I'm just gonna do that.
Give me 30 seconds on a microphone before I come out and do my.
This is asinine.
Be sure to put your opponent in a sleeper hold or some submission while a pyro goes off on hour 2 of Monday Nitro. Anyway,
we are ready for hour number 2. Eric Bischoff and Bobby the Brain. And you hit it, pew, 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 while the wrestlers are in the ring fight.
Because very clearly the pyro was on a timing mechanism.
I don't even believe that the Iron Man match has any worth to it. The whole build up between the MJF and
yesterday I almost felt the chair. Last Wednesday I almost felt the chair because I thought it said 80-minute Iron Man match. Yeah. I said, that can't be real. I had to walk over to the TV to look at it, and it said 60. I was like, oh, thank God it was just the graphic and not me. Oof. It was
the poor font choice.
Yeah, this is what it was. I mean, listen, MJF versus Daniel Bryan for 60 minutes. I don't want to watch that. I don't think, do you?
I'll watch it.
I don't think it's going to be a bad match. I just think the story is just...
How they got there it's the same thing that they did for
it's
MJF versus Cody versus Punk versus MJF versus
him and Jericho.
It's
the same formula that they keep using. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jericho's doing it too. Why are we having the same story, or rather the same way to get through a story?
Because Tony Khan is a mark and just do you want. But as long as I get to hug you at the press conference, I don't care.
I don't think that's quite.
He's such a fucking dummy. Jesus Christ.
I don't think that's quite the idea. But...
I hate Tony Khan. Anyway, speaking of crazy owners, you filled us in on some interesting news, and we're going to talk about that before we wrap this show up, before we put a bow tie on it.
Well, it's reckless journalistic speculation. Sean Ross Stapp earlier today reported that the old man himself, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, is back in charge of Created. He has one source. Normally, most people with journalists actually wait for 2 sources to confirm. Mm-hmm. He only had one source. He couldn't find a second source to confirm this information, but he still reported this anyway.
Can I tell you something? I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't trust him because his name is Sean Ross Sapp.
That's true. That's true.
It's not because of his name. It's because there's an S, the first name, and the last name. I don't like the way that works.
It's true.
I don't think he can do anything about that unless he changes his
I think it's a gimmick name.
Yeah, I don't trust that motherfucker. I don't know because WWE has been so good right now, and I just don't think Vince is capable of that anymore.
If Vince turns around and books WrestleMania,
you pretty much set it up on Monday. So if they change it now at this point, then you'll know he's in charge, obviously.
What would they change though?
Roman Reigns retains the title.
Yeah.
Madcap Moss in a feature program.
They immediately fire Emma. They immediately fire her. Yeah. I never hired you, you little bitch. Get out of here. And he fires her. And she's like, I don't know why I ever came back. And Madcap Moss is like, I'm sorry, Emma, please. And he chases after her. And then Vince goes, you like her, huh? You son of a bitch. You're fired too. Get out of here. I don't need you.
No, I thought Vince liked Madcap.
I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I don't need anybody. I'll make another Madcap Moss.
He's the most recent Andre the Giant Memorial Battle winner, okay?
Madcap Moss, I see him as Rick Boogs. I see a bunch of those guys. Like, just those are the guys that are going to be the guys that job out to the stars, like Austin Theory. and
I think
Montez
Vince was
Ford.
a fan. I think Vince was probably a fan of Rick Boogs, to tell you the truth. Until
Because
he got hurt.
because he was a fucking freak, strength wise.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I hope he's not in charge. It's been very entertaining as of late. Ever since he's left, it's been a fresh change. Do I like some of the additions that Triple H has made to the roster? No. I think
You don't like his route?
Come on. I mean, really.
What do you think?
I don't mind the Viking Raiders, but they shouldn't have let that girl completely steal Max the Impaler's gimmick.
Well, it's not really.
It's not
Max the
the
Impaler's like
same.
more wastelandy. She's not.
I like Max the Impaler. I think they should sign her, by the way.
I think they should too.
I think Max the Impaler is very good. Very good. What is he going to change? You're going in a great direction. The only people I would worry about is guys like Gargano, who he's going to look at and go, "How old are you?" I just don't see him giving them the shot. I see him loving Austin Theory because he loved Austin Theory to begin with.
He's still a fan of Theory. I can see Theory being. Well, then again, I don't know.
That's how you know Vince is in charge. If he goes back to just
Goes back to one name.
If he gave Cena the U.S. title again, I'd be shocked. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
Yeah. Oh, before I forget, Raw ended with Edge and Finn Balor. That's probably going to be a WrestleMania match too.
Yeah.
Last man. I said last man standing. What say you? Because Edge only does gimmick matches at WrestleMania. So go ahead. What say you?
TLC.
What are they going for?
I don't know.
I don't know. Only reason I say last man standing is because he gave him 3 coup de grace so that he wouldn't get up.
Huh.
So that's why I assume last man standing. Because Edge is the overrated superstar. Always guys has to give a match at WrestleMania so you remember the match because he's a fucking forgettable prick. All right.
You need to tell me you didn't like any Edge match you saw.
Maybe the ones he had against Taker.
Those are the only ones.
Taker, yeah. I didn't care for the ladder matches against the Hardy Boys. I wasn't really into that stuff because I was a big old fat boy and I wasn't like about to climb ladders and jump off.
Didn't enjoy his story with Shawn Michaels.
That's how shitty he is. That's how shitty he is to me. I forgot the story. What's the story with Shawn Michaels?
Where he felt like Shawn Michaels obviously always got opportunities, and he was obviously on his quest to become the world champion. And there goes Shawn Michaels, Taboo Tuesday, stealing his spot, even though he really didn't steal his spot because people voted for Shawn. And he calls him.
Remember that at all. I remember him having sex with Lita on Raw. That was awesome.
Well, that's because you remembered Lita. You didn't remember who's got. Oh, I remember. You didn't remember.
I remember him spearing Foley through the flaming table. That wasn't a bad moment. I remember him humping Beulah McGillicuddy in a submission at One Night Stand. I thought that was pretty funny. I remember.
So you're just remembering moments in that match.
Well, I don't remember anything from Edge. Like I said, Edge to me is an overrated dude. I don't.
Yo, producer, I'm quitting the show.
Listen, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that love Edge. I'm sure people that love that guy, but I just never saw it with him. I never cared to see it with him. Of course, the live sex celebration was great because it's a gimmick. It's a moment in time because his matches are all fucking gimmicked up. Like he's got to have ladder matches.
He was also at the point when WWE were just like, are they really going to do this? Like, how far are they going to push this?
I really believe that he was going to fuck Lita on television because Lita was a whore. I really, truly believe.
My goodness.
Malik, let's not sit here and pretend that you didn't see that shit when he goes, I'm going to have sex. You're like, oh, this is going to happen. She's a whore. Like, that is exactly what my mind went. I was like, oh my God, this girl's going to get fucked.
She's going to happen. She's a whore.
She's a whore. Like, who knows? I mean, literally, that was what the whole backstage story shit was.
Some kind of whore or something?
Yeah, man.
The big stinky rhino.
Yeah, I just stick it in there.
Oh shit!
So I mean, this might be a problem with the sponsor that I want to try and get, but I'm going to make a plea right now on this program. I want Freeze Pipe to sponsor us because I love your pipes, and I want a free one. So I want you guys to sponsor us. We have a big following.
That's all you can do. No pipes for me and Malik. Just you.
Listen, but that'll maybe give you incentive to come live in studio, and we can all smoke it together. But we want them to be
special
sponsored.
Spot Monkey Radio branded one.
There.
Hey, can we talk about one last thing? How about the WWE's rumored valuation is $9 billion?
I could see that. I mean, that would. That's
Who's
about
buying?
Comcast or the Saudis? Those are the only two people that I see spending $9 billion.
If the Saudis buy them, guys are quitting.
Yeah. Sami
Zayn, goodbye.
On AEW the next day. Whoa! Let's go!
No, El Generico comes back.
Oh yeah.
Because he can't be Sami Zayn.
Ole.
Just be El Generico.
And have Kevin Steen again.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be so stupid. I don't think WWE's gonna sell. I think he priced it at $9 billion because he's like, ain't nobody gonna buy this for that.
It's more than any other sports franchise.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, ain't nobody gonna. I put it at this because I want everybody to know how much it is to me. No one's gonna buy it.
I don't think that's Vince. I think that's just what the market value.
Yeah, I think Vince just wanted those motherfucker boards out. He was like, he basically Green Goblin them.
He really did.
He was like, "You kicking me out? You have any idea how much I sacrificed?" And then disappeared for a few months, then showed back up as the Green Goblin, and everybody was gone. He threw fucking metaphorical pumpkin bombs at
pumpkin
everybody.
grenades in the boardroom.
Exactly. He fucking Green Goblin his way back into the fucking company, and no one wants to say anything. The fact that no one has made that a meme yet is mind-blowing to me.
You know I'm something of a promoter. No. Oh shit!
Producer Potter says Disney could be it. Disney, I think, could be an outside.
Yes.
competitor.
So you get people dressed up as Austin, multiple Austins throughout all of Disney World and land.
WWE on Ice.
And then they get their own like version of vets dressed up, and Austin stuns them right out in front of you.
WWE really buys it. It's gonna be women's entertainment, and then I'm all the way the fuck out.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen.
You'll still watch that before you watch AEW.
Probably, I'd watch Charlotte Flair before AEW for sure. I'd watch Rhea Ripley before AEW, Bianca Belair. I'd watch Nikki Cross before I'd watch AEW.
Speaking of, what do you think TK's big announcement's going to be? Reckless Journey.
No, when do you not have a big announcement, bro?
It's every Wednesday. This guy's got a big announcement. He's going to go, guess what? ROH is coming back to television. Yay! I get to hug more people at press conferences.
They're doing tapings for ROH because they're moving. Their ROH shows are going to be on their streaming app. Is it streaming app?
Yeah.
It's Honor. Yeah, it's an app.
On
Honor Club.
Either that or it's going to be Monday.
Monday.
I've signed a new free agent. She's going to take on Jake Cargill. Her name is Mercedes Monday.
Unless it's too early for a Forbidden Door announcement. So.
For what? Oh,
Forbidden Door 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That might be it too. That might be it. And that's how you get Monday versus fucking Cargill.
Or just shock the world and just have CM Punk come back. Call it a day and have him come back. Just end this whole bullshit.
CM Punk is a fucking loser. Can he just stay where the fuck he is?
I mean, he was at Battle in the Valley, so.
He got to see somebody do the real go to sleep. That's why.
Exactly. Nobody cares about CM Punk anymore. Buddy, you outlasted your fucking worth. That's it. You walked away and you shouldn't have. You tried to be a UFC fighter, got your face beat in. You thought you were an actual tough guy, and you are nothing more than a professional wrestler. You're a drama kid. You're a drama student. Accept it.
And
accept it.
One last thing.
Go ahead.
Topic I wanted to bring up was WWE Hall of Fame. Since he wasn't inducted in 2020 as planned, most likely I think Batista will be the main event for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because it's in LA.
Yeah, it's Hollywood. It's a theme, so why the hell not?
Yeah. I think it's a good move. I think Batista deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He has had plenty of memorable moments in the business. He's been a multi-time champion.
The fact that you are just putting all this positivity on him makes me feel like you like more Batista matches than you like Edge matches. I'm gonna find a way to like bother you at least once a week.
No, I do. I like Batista. I love Batista's feud with The Undertaker. I love Batista's feud with Triple H with the old thumbs down.
He's a better actor than Edge.
He's a better actor than The Rock and Edge.
He's a better actor. I was gonna say, you don't think he's better,
or at least the movies that he's been in and the performances that he's done.
I think Batista all around.
Batista has range.
Yes. I think Batista was a better performer than in the. This might be bold to say, but I think he was just as good as The Rock in the ring. Performance-wise, too.
Like work weight rise.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta be honest. I think I enjoyed him more as a wrestler than The Rock.
Yeah.
Obviously, was just very entertaining through his promos.
Yeah,
Not saying he was bad in the ring.
No, yeah. I think Batista's credentials in wrestling are better than The Rock's too. He was around longer, and he had more of a. I don't know. I just think Batista. I was never a Rock fan. Like I was always an Austin guy.
Who's
Batista? Batista's dick is definitely bigger than fucking The Rock's because that is the legend of Batista.
Yo.
That's why they called him. That's why they called him Leviathan, guys.
The demon of the deep, and we know that deep is going.
Exactly. Melina does. That's how we wrap up today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Follow Spot Monkey Radio. Follow False Finish Productions on all your social media channels.
TikTok.
Follow Legend Series. Follow
False Finish Podcast.
Follow False Finish Podcast, where I say even crazier shit. Follow Malik at Chocolate is the Bad Guy. Ooh, didn't think I remember.
Yes, he's the bad, but it's bald. It's cool.
It's bad, the bald guy. Chocolate is the bald guy. Although I would just call myself the brown M&M. Maybe. Follow Brandon at Brandon All Hope and Apparently Nothing. Follow me at Tone Bone Forever, but just follow Legend Series Photography. I would appreciate that. That's Brandon. That's Malik. I am Tony. This has been Spot Monkey Radio. Take it easy, everybody.
Having a hard time going back to the gym after working out at home? Well, now you don't have to with the X-Bar. The X-Bar from X-Bar Fitness is an incredible gym alternative that gives you the same intense workout you get at a full gym with hundreds of machines. One X-Bar alone provides the same workout as a cable machine, bench press, dumbbell set, free weights, leg press, barbell set, and all these other machines. Stop wasting time debating whether or not you should go to the gym. Order the X-Bar to get a quality workout in the comfort of your own home.